with this stone, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
3 steps, come on, now that's 3 grand. What you think I'm playing? Baby girl, I'm the man. I did a rubber band. That's what I...
What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic and your local League format enthusiast. Today I'm bringing you part 1 of my top 10 Mega Pokemon in the Draft League format. So really it's more of a list from the top 6th through 10th best Mega Pokemon. But before you click away, you should keep in mind that there are a ton of awesome Megas, and maybe I'll convince you to draft one of these Megas in your next draft. But anyways, this is the conclusion to my top 6 Pokemon in each type series. It's been a year-long journey, but we are finally here. So if you're excited for another Pokemon list video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. So here's how this all works. I'm going to talk about each of these Pokemon stats, abilities, move pools, strengths and weaknesses, and hopefully that'll give you enough insight so that you can possibly use these Megas. As always, this list is based off of my opinion, so if you disagree with anything, let me know in the comments below. I just love interacting with you guys, so if you want more interaction with me or with other Pokemon fans in general, you should definitely check out my personal Discord server called The Ocean. It is linked in the description of every single one of my videos. You also get like sneak peeks of videos and topics before they're released, so you should definitely come by and check it out. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started with number 10. At number 10, we have Mega Gyarados. Now this OG shrimp Pokemon has a special place in my heart because, I mean, I'm a Gen 1er. Haha, Gen 1 for life, yeah, we all know the jokes. Anyways, but his Mega Evolution just did not disappoint me at all. I love the design. I think it honestly is extremely powerful. It does lose a flying type, so that's a weakness to Stealth Rocks and an immunity to Ground that are now gone. But in exchange, you get an immunity to Psychic, so it really isn't that bad at all. It gets a pretty big boost in its attacking stats overall. It's now at 155 attack, but it's also got ridiculously high special defense at base 130. Now the big issue with this Pokemon is that it doesn't gain any speed. It's stuck at base 81, which is kind of unfortunate. But I mean, if you gave it more speed, this thing would be completely busted. Having faster speed than this, you really kind of, I don't know, you become a Charizard X territory where you just click Dragon Dance and you just win the game right there. And that's kind of the issue here. But Mega Gyarados does indeed get Dragon Dance. It is one of the best Dragon Dance users in the game. It also gets a ton of amazing coverage options. You get Waterfall, you get moves like Earthquake and Crunch, which are always useful to have for stab option and for coverage. Then you have moves like Ice Fang and Ice Beam. Your special attack isn't that bad at base 70, so you can use your powerful special moves like Fire Blast and like Thunderbolt. You also get moves like Iron Head and Outrage. There you go. Iron Head for fairies and Outrage for dragons. So overall, Mega Gyarados can do a lot of great things. So yeah, hopefully you guys try it out in your next draft. But looking at its abilities, we have abilities like Mold Breaker, well, when you Mega Evolve, and then you have Intimidate and Moxie beforehand. Now Intimidate can be useful when you're switching in, and Moxie can be useful if you don't have the rule of Mega Evolving before you, if you have the rule of not Mega Evolving on the first turn. That's what I want to say. So yeah guys, look, overall Gyarados is really strong. It is missing a few things. Its support options are pretty good with Thunder Wave and Taunt, but its speed kind of holds it back from being one of those top tier Megas. So because of that, I had to put it down all the way to number 10. At number 9, we have a Mega that I'm using right now, and honestly, I've been kind of impressed with it so far. We have Mega Gallade. Now Mega Gallade has a lot of really good things going for it. It's got 165 attack, which is stronger than Mega Gyarados. It's got 110 speed, which is about 30 points faster than Mega Gyarados. It's got 115 Spit F, which is pretty damn good, and 95 defense, which is enough to get by. Its weaknesses really come though with its HP stat, and honestly with just, it feels like it doesn't hit as hard as it should. 110 for a Mega is pretty good, but you speed high with a lot of things like the Mega Ladies and the regular Ladies, of course, and it feels like it's missing a little bit extra. Overall though, its coverage is pretty damn good. You have moves like your Fighting Stab, of course, first, like Drain Punch and Close Combat, which are pretty cool. You have Zen Headbutt, and you have Psycho Cut as well, which are pretty good moves for coverage as well. You then have access to all the elemental punches. You have Earthquake, you have moves like Knock Off, which is nice, and Leaf Blade as well. A lot of the time people will send in a Quagsire or a Seismitoad to wall a Mega Gallade, but then they have Leaf Blade, which is, well, 4 times effective. Overall though, Mega Gallade has a lot of really good things going for it. You do have Poison Jab as well, and you do get access to Bulk Up and Swords Dance. Both those are great options to set up. A sub Bulk Up set is a very popular set to use. Overall though, I love Mega Gallade with what it does. The typing is great. It's just the big thing that holds it back is its ability. Its ability is trash. Inner Focus, yeah, it could be cool if you're going up against a Mega Lopunny and that's going to click Fake Out, but like, no, everyone knows that already, so they're just not going to click Fake Out on you. They're just going to go for Drain Punch and be able to KO you. So, or not KO you, but they're going to go for Return and do a ton of damage to you. So, yeah, it's okay, but it's not like truant level of bad, but it's not like really useful, like something like, I don't know, Mega Gyarados' Mold Breaker. That's pretty useful. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on Mega Gallade. I kind of like it. overall. Definitely not my favorite psychic fighting Pokemon, but it does have a really good speed tier compared to the other one, and we might as well cover that Pokemon right now. So moving on to number 8. At number 8, we have Mega Medicham, Mega Medicham, however you want to pronounce it, I don't care. This is, in my opinion, the better fighting psychic Pokemon. It has, well, pretty much worse coverage, it has worse speed, but it has monstrous attack because you have Pure Power. Pure Power is an amazing ability, guys. It doubles your attacking stats. So if you are max attack out of nature with all the works in, you reach 328 attack stat. And if you multiply that by 2, you're at what, 656, I believe it is. So that's hitting hard. That's hitting like a truck. You're stronger than most choice banded Pokemon, which is insane. And when you pair that with powerful moves like High Jump Kick, then oh boy, that's 130 base power from a Pokemon with over 600 attack stat. That's ridiculous. Overall, you do get a lot of other cool coverage moves. You have access to Bullet Punch for priority. You also have Fake Out. You have moves like Drain Punch if you don't want to risk the High Jump Kick miss. You have Fire Punch and Ice Punch and Thunder Punch, of course. Poison Jab for those fairy types, which can be useful. Of course, your Psychic Stab and Psycho Cut and Zen Headbutt. You do get access to Rock Slide as well, which is kind of nice. No Taunt, though, which kind of sucks. It's unfortunate because the other Pokemon I discovered do get Taunt, which is kind of cool. You do get Recovery and Recover, but you're not that bulky to begin with, so it's not that useful. Overall, if you're going to send in Mega Medicham on an opponent's team, then you're going to basically just try and get a kill every single time because not much wants to take 2 hits from this thing. Not much can take 2 hits from this thing. Hell, not even much can take 1 hit from this thing. This thing is so strong. Looking at speed stat at base 100, it kind of holds it back because if it was faster than that, you'd be able to not only be a sweeper, but be a really good sweeper. But because you're only at base 100 speed, you're pretty much just dealing with beating walls and slower Pokemon. And yeah, you can do that, but a lot of the time, if you, let's say your Pokemon with base, I don't know, 50 speed, a lot of the time you're going to be kind of bulky, you're going to be able to take a hit or two. But if you're at base 80 speed, that bulk is going to be transferred to your speed stat, so you wouldn't have as much bulk to take that hit. But if you're at base 100 speed, you're going to be outspeeding this thing already. So it's kind of an interesting situation that Medicham is in. It's a really good Pokemon overall. Its stats are really lackluster though overall. It relies on its abilities so much, and that's why it's so low on this list. But overall, I just find that it has so many good things going for it. My buddy Scrappy actually had it really high on his list. So yeah guys, look, honestly, Mega Medicham is good. To me, it's not my favorite. It is my favorite fighting psychic Pokemon, but it just needs a little bit more speed to become even more amazing, and its bulk is really just lackluster. At number 7, we have Mega Gardevoir. Now, Mega Gardevoir poses a lot of problems pretty much to every single team I ever draft, and it poses a lot of problems just in general. It's got ridiculous 165 base special attack, which is the highest so far that we've covered, and honestly, it's just monstrous. Like, I don't understand how, because, like, here's the thing. Physical attack stat being high is one thing. There's Intimidate and there's Will-O-Wisp that kind of nerf that. But then there's special attack stats. There's no Will-O-Wisp for special attack. There's no Intimidate for special attack. So you're pretty much being unimposed. Yeah, there's an Assault Vest, but it really doesn't matter. And yeah, there's Light Screen, but Hyper Voice goes through that. Its ability in Pixelate was kind of nerfed because it went from being a 1.5 times boost to a 1.2 times boost in damage. But 1.2 is still pretty strong. You have access to pretty good coverage. You have your Hyper Voice, of course, for stab, your Psychic moves for stab, you have your Focus Blast, your Shadow Ball, your Energy Ball, your Thunderbolt, all these other moves. But you do get really good support options. You have Healing Witch, which is nice. You have access to moves like Taunt and Thunder Wave. You also get Will-O-Wisp, which is really nice. And you get Wish. You're a really reliable Wish Passer. Overall, your stats are pretty good. Again, this is another Pokemon that if it was faster, then it would be so successful. So far, there's a theme over the first 4 Pokemon I've covered, and that is always speed. They need to be faster, and that's the big thing. The Pokemon that are going to be higher up on the list usually have not necessarily better speed, but more useful speed for what they do. And because of that, it's so important to have. Overall, its typing is great at Psychic and Fairy. It's just really amazing typing. 4 times resistant to fighting is nice to have. So even if you do only have base 65 defense, you're not really going to take much from fighting type moves. Close combat from a Mega Gallade is not going to do very much to you because you are 4 times resistant to it. Anyways, though, I kind of wish that Mega Gardevoir had the speed of Mega Gallade, but I mean, it doesn't. That's fine by me. Overall, I think though Mega Gardevoir is probably one of the biggest threats in the format, one of the best fairy types overall in the format, and it's just extremely scary. And if you want to be that guy, you can always run Destiny Bond on your Mega Gardevoir and Shadow Sneak. Base 85 attack isn't that bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not that bad. So yeah, guys, that's Mega Gardevoir. Let's move on though to the final Pokemon we're going to cover in this video, and that is going to be number 6. It is number 6 is Mega Pinsir. Mega Pinsir is ferocious. That's the easiest way for me to describe it. It's got 155 attack stat, which is pretty damn good. It's the same as Mega Gyarados, so you know it hits hard. But what separates it from Mega Gyarados, though, is that it has really good speed at base 105, really decent bulk on the physical side at base 120 defense, and you have access to Quick Attack for priority. Oh, and Aerolate, of course, which will boost your Quick Attack to 1.2 times power, and it'll give it Stab as well because you're a flying type. And on top of that, it's Priority. Priority is just so useful to have. Look, this Pokemon has a ton of great things going for it. It is another Pokemon that is 4 times resistant to fighting. Unfortunately, it's 4 times weak to Stealth Rocks, which does suck, but you do have ways to kind of counter that. You're never going to draft this Pokemon without a really good hazard removal, whether it's, I don't know, a Starmie or whether it's a Mew for Defog, whatever it is, you're going to draft good hazard removal around this Pokemon. But let's just cover its move pool. So you have moves like Body Slam, which can be very strong under Aerolate. You also get Return and Frustration, which can be really useful. Unfortunately, if you are using Wi-Fi for this, for Mega Pinsir, then, I mean, it's going to be kind of unfortunate because, well, if you trade in your Pokemon that are genned, then the happiness is going to be reset, so you got to be careful. You're usually going to want to make it down to the min happiness so you can use Frustration on it well. But yeah, we have access to Close Combat, which is useful. You have Earthquake, which is nice. You have, of course, Knockoff. You have your Bug Stab. I believe you get that. It's X Scissor you get. You have access to Swords Dance. Swords Dance boosted Quick Attack is nothing to laugh at. You have Rock Slide, Stone Edge. Storm Throw can be kind of useful if you really need to land a critical hit. And yeah, look, overall, Pinsir is so threatening. It is immune to ground, which is nice to have on any team. Look, I won't lie to you. I think Mega Pinsir has a lot of things that are problems with it. It's weak to a lot of different types, and the 4 times weakness to Stealth Rocks really hurts. But I just can't deny the raw power of this Pokemon. So many times have I been in a situation where all I need to do is make sure that I don't make myself in a position where the Pinsir gets the +2 and I win the game, and then it gets the +2 and it wins the game for him. Like, I'll be in a matchup against an opponent, and that will happen more times than not. This thing is so scary. You need to bring rocks against an opponent that has this thing because it just obliterates so many teams, and it's so easy for them to do because it has enough bulk. And because if it just sets up on the right thing, then it's over. It's GG. Anyways, guys, that's my thoughts on Mega Pinsir. It is definitely, to me, the 6th best Mega Pokemon in the format. And yeah, guys, that is the end of this video. We are only covering 5 Megas, like I said before. So, unfortunately, if you guys were thinking we were going to see other Megas today, no, we're not. You'll see them next week in the number 5 through number 1. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on these 5 Pokemon that I've covered? Mega Gyarados, Mega Gallade, Mega Medicham, Mega Gardevoir, and Mega Pinsir. Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be releasing the top 5 Mega Pokemon next week, so definitely make sure to come back and check that out. And the best way to do that is by subscribing and hitting the bell so you know when my videos go live. I'm only posting about 3-4 videos a week right now. Hopefully that's going to go up in the next few weeks, but for now I'm only posting 3 or 4 so I can really up the quality of the content for you guys. Anyways, once again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time.